Hey, what is up guys, Massive here, back to do another video, and I've got a pretty awesome game on a map that we rarely see. This is going to be Alpine Conflict. I do believe this is a map made by Predator, all the way back in 2015, so a blast from the past. Certainly there's been a couple of awesome games on this map in those times. I played Unleashed in my final game in Kane's Wrath World Championship. One of the best tournaments of all time, if I do say so. Well, I would say that, wouldn't I? But yeah, the hype surrounding that event, the amount of spectators, there was like 700 people watching simultaneously on Cyber's Twitch stream, which back in 2014 was a pretty big deal. Yeah, it must have been before 2015, because the tournament was held then. Anyways, we're in 2025, so over a decade later, we're playing as the Mighty Kane. And we're also playing versus someone who has made a comeback and has improved quite a bit in the last month. It's going to be Cyberstorm, so old school in all ways, except the patch. This is R23, the newest version. I'm probably not going to do another huge update again because the appetite for it is really not there. Plus, you know, the amount of effort I put in relative to the reward, at the end of the day, it didn't really meet the expectations. By that I meant I put a lot of effort in and I didn't see any increase in the player count nor the interest overall in PvP. So there is that. It's a little bit unfortunate, but I feel like over time the changes will be appreciated. Why more? I've got several modders who have done other Kane's Wrath mods that are so eager to implement what I've done, like the Harvester Tiberium code, Husks, a bunch of other stuff as well. They want to know how to fix Spectres and Beam Cannons and Juggernauts not lagging online when you select them all. There's so much stuff that I found, and due to persistence and a lot of research and quite frankly a ton of time put in. So yeah, this is going to be a reckoner with Tiberium Troopers inside. You're probably thinking, what am I seeing here? Double Tib Trooper Reckoner? Well, this was buffed slightly. It's still pretty poor, the damage, as you can see. It's like one Black Hand squad with the 2 squads inside, but it is better against infantry, this type of Reckoner, since it has a lot more range. Now the bad thing is against structures, you want to deploy your Reckoner right up against them so your opponent can't just silo block them, which will interrupt the attack of those tip troopers. Unfortunately for me, he did get the deploy. Pretty bad placement of that Recon. I could have put it between his War Factory and Ref. That would have prevented him saving it, I think. He wouldn't have been able to put a barracks down so easily and kill the engineer. So I'm gonna make my retreat. That was a big disaster. Didn't get the refinery. Now my opponent now has 5 Predator tanks and we're forced to transition into something absolutely insane. Something that I don't think you guys have ever seen before. This is going to be a 1 base secret shrine. This is not Nod or Black Hand, so your options with this structure are pretty limited as Mighty Kane. You can go for cybernetic legs. It unlocks the Enlightened squad. You don't need an operations center. You just need that secret shrine for the Enlightened. Another thing the Secret Shrine offers you as Mighty Kane is cheap stealth. You've got $500 disruption towers. You can go for Tiberium Infusion as well. That's $500 here. Still takes 30 seconds to research. So that is unchanged, but the cost has been reduced because yeah, you only get the upgrade on your rocket squads and fanatics. So I'm hoping that my opponent does not see this transition. If I can surprise him with these mass Enlightened, and I can kill all of those Predator tanks, no problem whatsoever. Even if he gets AP ammo with just 2 or 3 APCs, it's going to be nowhere near enough to stop this. And I thought, hey, I've got all of these units here. These saboteurs also benefit from cybernetic legs. I once had someone on YouTube ask me, Leaf, why are those engineers even so fast? Did you mod that in the game? No, it's because you guys, or that person in particular, just probably never saw a fast leg engineer before. It's super rare. Well, it was super rare. They're really quick though. The mock ones are faster than the Traveller ones. So the Mighty Kane, I'm using Mighty Kane strategies. So far it's not working out too well. That Reckoner early on didn't work out. My opponent did scout this push that I'm doing, unfortunately. So he knows it's coming. And my concern now is hammerheads. That's why I'm building these raider buggies. If he's got sniper teams as well, the detection on the raider buggy will allow me to kill those sniper teams. One tip trooper squad back there as well. The harvesters of mine are going to be detected and destroyed. This is a huge deal as well. I just lost 2 blue tip harvesters. Sent them all the way to the blue tip. He must have seen them somehow, or just by pure coincidence was able to detect and destroy them there. So yeah, he's going to get away with a blue tip harvester himself. Kills 2 of my own. I'm going to need a godlike engagement here. And that is precisely what's going to happen here. Look at this EMP. This has to be one of my best chain EMPs ever. I locked down his whole army. Cleared that building out with the Tyroon Trooper. I can put the Teep Trooper in the building, slow down those tanks further, and none of his units are firing. I have everything EMP'd. He cannot do anything here. The hammerheads are coming in to respond, but I got raider buggies to kill that hammerhead. They're killing it slowly, but if I had not had those buggies there, this would have been GG. But I got a nice amount of damage dealt that I needed to kill those units. There was absolutely no way that I could have recovered in this game without taking a sick engagement like that. And rarely do you see Enlightened in these numbers pull such a thing off. I got all of those Predators and APCs. There was even a rifle squad there. He probably felt he was safe with the hammerheads. He had hammerheads inbound. Got 9 raider buggies, and this is a good combination. If you're feeling like you can micro well on certain days, I know it's the case for me. For me, it's on a day-to-day basis. How good's my micro? Well, some days it's queue moving, other days I can actually control my units better. This was one of those days where I felt like I could control this, but if you are having one of those good days where micro is on point, then going for the buggy Enlightened combo against GDI is a really good idea. It's pretty powerful. And your opponent, and my opponent here is microing his hammerheads. He's baiting in the raider buggies, which are getting chewed up here by those predator tanks, which is a little bit unfortunate. Those watchtowers I'm going to be forced to EMP. They're really powerful with that AP ammo upgrade. And he's taking down my Enlightened on the retreat, getting them on the tail end. I'm going to be retreating now. I need to get to the quad turret upgrade on my SAMs. If I can purchase that, then it's going to make countering these hammerheads a little bit easier. But if I recall correctly, I didn't research it. I clicked the comm center, didn't actually get the upgrade. I'm going to research my tier 3 now. I need to consider my base just due to the sheer fact that he's got hammerheads out on the map. And this is another thing, yet again, another thing that you don't see too often, a voice of Kane. Now, with Enlightened scores, this is huge. It's going to increase the rate of fire by 50%, which with Enlightened is ridiculously a big deal. It's just crazy how much of a difference this makes with Enlightened score, because their rate of fire without that is atrocious. They're mostly used for EMP. They're a supporting unit, they're for utility, but with that voice of Kane, you can get serious DPS out of those Enlightened squads. I'm going to drop these SAM turrets here, and stealth tanks to the top of the agenda. I really need to go for those stealth tanks, and since my opponent is Zocom, he's going to get that ceramic armor upgrade now. I'm in trouble though, since, as we saw earlier, he took out my harvesters, and he's probably got a huge army behind this. I'm trying to queue Venoms, but I don't have the supercharged particle units, and supercharge is really the upgrade I'm thinking of here. I've got the Enlightened squads, I'm going for the Venoms. Just one stealth tank is not worth getting tip core over the supercharged particle upgrade. I'm a bit broke here though, as you see, not much resources. Once I get this upgrade, I can probably sell this tech center. I'm going to build another voice Kane, because in this version of the patch, you can go for more than one voice of Kane. There's really no reason why it shouldn't be like that. And again, I'm going to try and repeat the same thing as I did before. I'm throwing down these EMPs, but this time there's so many hammerheads to respond, but I've got Venoms overhead. The Venoms are getting destroyed by the APCs. That AP ammo is so lethal against my Venoms. And all of my Lion squads have been killed by those hammerheads, so I'm in trouble here. There's Predator tanks, APCs, Pitbulls, and hammerheads all in my base. These Venoms are not going to be able to tank this damage. I'm trying to focus down those lightly armored AA units the best I can. I'm going to build a voice Kane. I'm not going to give up hope, even though I've got like 6 Venoms left and nothing but that. There's so many Pred tanks here. He has so much in my base right now. He can take out my MCV once the laser fence disappears. It's going to fall quickly to this force that he has. I'm going to put an obelisk behind this MCV. He's going to force him to tie that obelisk. I'm just buying time. I've got avatars, but my war factory is so far away from this base. Those hammerheads are there. He's going to get them, pull them away to the safety of his pitbulls and APCs. And my power plants are now taking damage. If I lose another one of those upgraded power plants, I'm almost certainly going to be put down on low power. And I'm microing here. The game looks like it's over. There's nothing here for me. One avatar. MCV is going to most likely fall. He's going to target that MCV down. And once the laser feint disappears, you can see like it goes down super fast. The MCV falls. I've got a war factory in the top of the map. I'm going to be forced to rebuild this since I can't build anything but Venoms and... yeah, just Venoms. That's all I can build. I don't have a tier 3 anymore. And it's not going to be long before the Zircon player gets a base down in the middle of the map and just puts down turrets and kills me. Venoms. I've got one that's elite. So maybe, just maybe, if that goes heroic, I can somehow make a comeback here, but it's looking quite unlikely. Because at this time, my opponent is building a Marv, and the thing about the Marv is it can just eat up all that Tyrone in the middle, and he'll get a ton of resources. He can go for whatever he wants. Another wave of Predator tanks and APCs would be devastating for me. I would not be able to hold it. So I'm going for another construction yard. I'm microing that elite Venom away since I need to use all the assets I have the best I can. I can't be wasteful. Venom's stacking up. Even damage dealt by harvesters is going to be insane on those stacked up Venoms. Going to rally some harvesters to this blue field. They are stealth, so the Marv won't be able to detect them. Maybe I can slow down this Marv by using the Tybrim Troopers. Magnetic Mine Drop will be coming in, so if my opponent isn't paying attention, the Marv's going to be taking significant damage. So I can slow it down, and if he reverses that into the mines, then yeah, that's going to be bad news for him, which is exactly what he's going to do. The Marv is going to take some damage once again. And look at that, just one mag minefield. These are typically underrated, underused. But the Marv will escape. He's probably going to put engineers inside of it, get repairs near War Factory. I've been given some Tiberium. I've got some loads of Tib coming in. And he can start planting down those watchtowers, but he doesn't know that I have these Enlightened coming, so I might be able to catch him by surprise with these forces. He might be building APCs to kill the Venoms or Slingshots even, but that's not going to do a whole lot against these Enlightened squads. He's got Hammerheads again, so this is going to be quite awkward. Once those watchtowers come down, I need to EMP. I need to land these EMPs perfectly as well. I've got several of them. I'm focusing down the APCs, and I've got a heroic Venom. That's going to be awesome against those Hammerheads. It's going to keep these Enlightened squads alive. I've got like 4 squads there. I'm focusing down the APCs, preventing that DPS on those forces, and yeah, he's going to lose this position to those Enlightened squads. I can EMP any watchtower he builds. I should actually EMP this MCV, stop him from queuing units from it, or structures. EMP lands. Heroic Venom. No heroic Enlightened squads, unfortunately, to go along with this Venom, but yeah, the EMPs in this game were crazy. I think, for sure, this has to be one of the best games I've played when it comes to EMP. I can't recall a game where my EMPs have been so on point as this one here. And look at that damage inflicted by all of these cyborg infantry. This is really a Matt to Kane showcase if I've ever seen one. And that is going to be GG on Alpine Conflict. Hope you all enjoyed that sick game on this map. And this is going to be from me, Master Leaf. Let's go through the stats screen and then I'll conclude this video. Hopefully I stop and show the stats screen. Am I going to stop and show the stats screen? No. But I think he gathered more than me overall in that game. I was able to secure an extra tier spike, which possibly did help in the defense in that later stages of that game. But really, really good game, despite the matchup. It just turned out to be so unorthodox, so crazy. Anyways, this is it from me, Master Leaf. Hope you all enjoyed this game. Thank you to my Patreon members for continuing to support me and my channel and keeping this going. Especially thanks to you for the support during the mod development, R23 and the 4K mod. Anyways, guys, this is it from me, Master Leaf. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.